Good morning, welcome back to Life Shopping. I'm cold, and I'm never cold, ever.
Are you Nesh?
I'm cold. So we've just put the heating on, which is nice. Becky's in a big woolly fleece, and I'm stood here in a pair of trainers and no socks. That's probably why I'm cold, right?
That's not going to help.
I'm going to go back to the house and get changed after, because I am really cold. David's back in the house.
Whoop whoop. Hello everybody, good
Looking
morning,
very
good
tanned.
afternoon. Well, don't know, there was a spot of sun here, there and everywhere.
Looking very tanned.
We're basically the
Look
same.
at that. Right? Look at that.
It's all real, everyone, before I
Just
say
look-
it, it's all real.
Did you hear that?
What'd she say?
Looks like it's from a bottle.
From a
Said
bottle?
Said you look a bit orange.
Right. Okay. I remember that. I remember
back.
that. I remember that.
We've got Becky on cameras today, and we've got a cheeky little minx in the corner, our Amber.
Think she's
I'm not
funny?
happy with Amber today.
Oh.
She hasn't
Well,
bought
you're
Snoop.
not the only one.
No Snoop.
No, oh yeah, she's not bought
No
Snoop. Where's
Snoop.
Snoop? Was Snoop in last week?
Yes, all day,
right.
all week.
Whilst I was off, you brought him in.
Dressed
Thanks
as a
a lot.
pumpkin. And
Pumpkin
Snoop got more fan mail than you last week.
Really?
Yes, and it
Wow.
was addressed to Snoop.
Oh, was it the Bickies?
Yes.
Oh, I saw
How
his
cool
little
is that?
Bickies.
Isn't that
Oh.
fabulous?
Oh, it's
I
so
know, it was
cute.
great. It was really good.
Snoop the pumpkin.
Right, let me introduce you to Live Shopping first of all, and then our David will come and join you and talk about his speciality, which is all things Cadence. So, Live Shopping, what's it all about? Well, you can find us on different platforms, so you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook and Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, to shop with us, you can shop on Facebook and Instagram and our website. So to shop on either of the social platforms, we'll show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do to purchase that is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. Easy as that. So you don't need to miss a second of what David's talking to you about and demonstrating, which is brilliant. Then you'll receive a direct message. When you open that message, you'll find a link. Click the link. That will take you to our website, highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your account and then check out those baskets. I'll talk to you about an account in a minute. If you would prefer to shop directly on our website, just pop on over to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show goes live, all the items that are available for you to purchase in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they'll go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. So super easy to do. And then all you do when you're ready to log in and check out is click that bag, and that will take you through that process. Now, it's important for you that you have an account with us before you shop. So just go onto our website and open an account. It's free to do so. And it's super easy to do so. We do ask you for your birth date so we can send you something special on your special day. And then you automatically and for free become a member of our club, which is Club Highlight. And that means that on every single order that you place with us here at Highlight Crafts, you will get extra discount. I know, good, right? You'll also get 5 loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, that you can use as you go along to get even more money off, or you can save them up and buy a bigger purchase. We've had a few people buy sublimation printers, scan and cuts, heat presses, all with their points, right? And also, if you get your basket spend to over £35 after your discounts, we will pay your postage. So it's all the good stuff, none of the fees, and we just do it because we love you all and you join us every day. So spread the word for us. We found so many new people, David, at the NEC, didn't even know we existed.
Oh, fabulous.
It was brilliant.
Oh, that's
absolutely
amazing.
Brilliant. We didn't have a single complaint. Nobody moaned. It was ram-jam packed full of people, and we've just had the best 4 days ever. So thank you. if you came to see us at the NEC. Right, David,
Right.
I'm with you for the first hour,
Oh, lovely.
and then I'm going to go and put my boots on because I'm cold.
You're going
Do
to
you
go and
want
put
to
your
come and
boots
join
on.
me?
I'll come and join you. I shall
Come
do
on then.
indeed. Right, okay. Oh, there we go. I know I've been eating a lot, but I didn't squish
Have
you
you?
that much.
Have you? Have you had some nice meals out and stuff?
Some lovely meals out. I did a barbecue one night.
Did you?
Yeah, I did lots of nice
Did
meals
you stay in
out.
an apartment then?
We had a villa. There was 10 of us.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really nice.
But that was a bit loud.
It was yeah.
Full on.
Full on, but yeah,
good.
really relaxing and stuff as well.
Nice.
The kids enjoyed it. We had a lovely time, and it was very hot as well. You'd like
Looks
it right
like
now.
Would I?
Yeah, because you're cold.
Yeah, I would like it right now, but normally I wouldn't.
No, I think it might have
Don't
been
do
too
what,
warm for you, but
would
it's
it?
nice and breezy there. It's nice and breezy,
Yeah.
so it was a gentle breeze, kept us cool. But it's lovely to be back. I'm excited to be back.
Yeah,
I'm very much
absolutely.
looking forward to it. Yeah, straight
Right.
in with Makeover Monday.
So what have we got?
Right, okie dokie. Well, we have for you the best deal. I've never seen us do them at this deal before, of the Kooky paints. Now, these are a sponge tip applicator paint. They've got an already pre-mixed water-based acrylic inside there, so they're brilliant for blending. Now, if you can use these through a stencil, that's my preferred way of using them. You'll find your own feet with these, and of course you can really discover anything with these. But you can squeeze them out onto a palette, and you can paint with them freehand as watercolour if you want to do, and you can completely take down the opacity. You can also mix the ink that comes out of these with pastes, and you can put markers with them if you wanted to do that. But each individual one of them
Nice.
has a sponge applicator. They remind me of a shoe polish
Yeah,
that we
they
used
do.
to have.
Shoe whiteners.
Yeah, definitely. And as soon as you get yours home, of course, just turn it upside down. And I'm not going to do it with this one, but just start to pump a few times as you would do if you're priming maybe a pen or anything like that. And the ink will then gradually start to absorb through the sponge. There's not a great deal of housekeeping, if any, with these. I mean, some people, as well, when we were in Cadence, a few of them were washing the sponge underneath, but I didn't really find a need for that because then when you use it again, you're sort of rehydrating it with
Yeah,
more
yeah.
water and ink.
Yeah.
Just keep the lids on. That's all I would say. Then they're not going to dry up. But with these, the price and the deal that's been put against them is
crazy.
phenomenal. It's fabulous. I've
Absolutely.
got some projects done with them here too.
So Shop Fresh is going to get you the top row. So the colours are in that top row.
Oh, it's a beautiful bright yellow.
Got an orange.
Orange as well. You do have your green inside there as well. Now, in this particular one, you're also going to get that wonderful, it's like a jet black. I think it's that one on here. Let me just double check. Let me just make sure the colour's right on that one. Where is it? I've lost it now. Yes, black. It is
Yeah.
jet black. Yeah, it is on that one.
And a turquoise.
Yes, all of the colours inside there, but you can mix them all together as well, which is the beauty of this.
Nice.
Also, the ink that comes out of here, you can put it in your resin if you want to.
Oh,
too.
okay.
You can use it for that. You don't have to use it as a sponge tip applicator ink. But look at how vibrant these are on cardstock. Look at
Wow.
that. And when you blend them together, it is a dream.
These are great, David.
Well, the thing is the applicator is the medium. So
Yes.
usually, of course, you're always trying to gauge how much you're putting on the sponge, how much
yeah.
you're putting on the brush, and then it's a little bit tricky, especially if you're not as experienced or you've not done as much of this particular craft. You're thinking, oh, great, I've put way too much ink on there. I don't know how much paint to mix. You never need to mix anything. It stays, of course, fully mixed in the bottle. Then you just get to do the fun stuff.
That looks like the back of an envelope section of that.
It does, doesn't
That'd
it?
be
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
really nice. But look how dreamy these are. I mean, those colours. Look at that.
That's fabulous.
And then you, with the stencil, go back in with your foiling pen afterwards.
Yeah, I love that.
But blend all of them together.
And if you're working on paper, this is a great paint to have, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because don't waste your hybrids and stuff like that for stenciling on card. Use these.
Oh, definitely.
Because they're still Cadence quality. But that price is phenomenal. Should be $44.95. You're getting all 5 on that top row for £17.98 before your discount.
That's crazy.
I'm going to get these for Alice. Not saying that they're for kids, but those, she'd love those. For
Well, they are.
Christmas.
This is the thing, and a lot of us, of course, have got grandchildren, nieces and nephews, little ones, maybe your own children as well, or anybody else in the family that likes to craft but doesn't do it full time as a
Yes.
hobby. Say they just like to pick it up every now and again. Well, I have, of course, my Cadence paints at home, and if my nieces and nephews come round, it's a paint that I'm not always in favour of wanting to use. For one, it's my speciality paints, but secondly, if it goes on hands and clothes and things like that, and there's a little paw print on the wall, all that sort of stuff, then it's permanent. It's designed. This is washable. It washes off your skin easily, quickly. It wipes up so quickly off your messy mat, all that sort of stuff. Your stencils stay clean as well. So if the little ones are going to be crafting with it, this is the one you want to get out.
Absolutely.
But it is still, of course, that same calibre of Cadence.
Perfect. Right, so Shop Fresh will get you the top row, and Shop colour will get you the bottom row, so more vibrance in there. That's a lovely colour palette.
It's a wonderful colour. You've got your purple, your red, you've got like a mint green, a blue and a yellow inside there as well. More of a deeper orange warm yellow as well inside this one. So you've got a touch of both. They look great when they're mixed together. Again, remember you can also do the nibs together as well if you wanted to. So you could go in with the yellow and with the red, make an orange and let it blend off the top of the foam. There's loads of different ways in which you can play with them, but just get them all at a great price.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know for Makeover Monday and for, if not all of our shows, we do great offers and deals and bundles with new, well, sometimes it's new bundle, new configuration, but it's got a great price against it. This is the first time I've ever seen them at this price.
Fantastic. Shop colour, $17.98. Now then, are these on a deal?
These are your matte metallic pastes. Now, they're as a deal together as a full set of 6. I know. You can still get them individually if you wanted to as a sets of 3, but the best way to shop for them is to go for the collection.
Wow. Wow.
So for 3, I mean, it's usually, honestly, you're basically, if not essentially getting, well, you're getting more than 3 of them free if you go for the bundle.
The 34, just put the bundles of 3 on, Amber. $34.99 for 3.
From 50.
Or an extra £10. You get all, right. I'm on the wrong side of this blinking counter again.
Well, the thing is, Mel, with this one...
Somebody's in there, type shop bundle for me, please.
Mel wants the bundle.
I do.
$44.99 is going to get you 6 of these. Now, these are 250ml tubs. They are big, big tubs. You think usually a Cadence hybrid comes to you in a 70ml bottle?
Yeah.
That goes a long way. You've got 250 mils of this inside here. Now, if you want to, you can do your texture painting where it creates that wonderful faux, almost marble felt tile. Or you can do your blending with it. You can use it on a brush. Oh, it's fabulous stuff. Now, the matte metallic paints came out first, and then the pastes came second. But what I love that they did with the paints is that they kept them creamy and thin, which meant, of course, you can create texture, but you can still do painting just like with this with them. So if you want to create that wonderful effect of a bronze statue or antiquing, you absolutely can do. This one here is made out of plastic, so it's super lightweight. This one here is made out of plaster. It's super heavy. This one's like weighs a ton. But they look like they're both made from something incredibly opulent. But look how you create that oxidized bronze statue. Isn't it fabulous?
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Look at that. And you're getting 6 of them.
How does that work? I know it's crazy. 6 of them, and you're going to get your club discount and you're going to get your points. I would 100% be putting this in your basket.
10%. Not surprised.
Yeah. As well with this one.
That's incredible value for money.
It doesn't stop with techniques. You can pipe with it too. So if you've got your piping kits, your syringes, your different nozzles, all that sort of stuff, you can make detailed lettering. It will stay dimensional too, so whichever state you leave it in. It's also got a flex to it. So if you are going to do it on maybe a hat, maybe you've got the sublimation hats, and you're going to pipe a name onto there, that sort of stuff, it will flex.
If I wanted to make these lighter, could I mix them with, Sirius and Capella?
Yes, you can do. Of course, these are metallic, so if you're going to mix them with Sirius and Capella, they're a matte medium. If you would mix them and want it to still be shiny, I'd go with Capella. That's more of a silkier one. But yeah, you can do it. Or you can just mix them with gesso if you fancied. You can water them down. You can mix them with Aquastone. They're a thicker medium, but they're still thin in terms of a paste. When we think paste, sometimes we think of like mashed potato and it's going to be really thick, but it's not. It is a silky paint that allows you to do 2 different options with it. So yeah, this is definitely like the hottest area of the show for me.
I love that. Right, so you're going to get your antique gold.
It's a glorious
If
colour.
you've never tried Cadence before, David, just give us an overview of who Cadence are, because we met a lot of people at the NEC over the last 4 days who had no idea what Cadence was, who we were.
Brilliant.
I mean, out of 100 people that we spoke to, I bet 8 of them knew who we were.
Really?
Which tells you that there's a lot of people out there looking for somewhere to watch craft.
Well, that's
and we handed out hundreds and hundreds of leaflets. So who are Cadence and why are we so obsessed with this brand, please, David?
I think fixation and obsession and in awe are words that we use quite often when we describe Cadence and talk to them about you. And it's very easy for us to talk to them as if you know them as well as we do on a daily basis, because we do work with them every day. So for any of you out there who have joined us today or joined us through, of course, coming to the NEC or any of our classes and are new to us as not only a business, a brand, a crafting family, well, Cadence, they are a Turkish but they're based in Turkey. They're in Istanbul, in the heart of Turkey. And that's where the business was founded by a family many, many years ago. And they specialised in emulsions, more commercial coverings. So it would be local areas, would be houses, detailing. And then they got a little bit more, should I say, fancy with their paints. And in Cadence, there is tons of very authentic craft and painting effects. So they wanted to sort of look at that and go, okay, well, how can we do this for crafters? And they specialised and formulated loads of different mediums, and that's when it really took off. And it's still a family-owned business, and all of the family still work within it as well, along with lots of other artists and creators. But what they do is they take a product, they look at products, and they want to regenerate, reinvent, and redevelop. So they actually have their own lab. They've got a science lab in Cadence, and what they do is they will formulate paints for specific reasons and for purposeful results. So it means that you can have one paint that will do a mountain of jobs rather than having to buy every single paint for that job. So they will test, develop, create, colour pick, create new colours to the industry that aren't even within any other painter's library, if you like. And they are dedicated to bringing the best out there. If there's something else that is in the world of a type of paint or a type of medium, they look at it as good competition. How can we do that but better? And how can we also keep it affordable? Now, that's the one thing that I've always loved about them, and there's many things to love about them, but one thing that stands out to me is that they bring these products that are at the tip-top luxury high-end. It's like if there was a department store, if you were to go into Harrods and you find all of the designer brands, it's like you'd go into a designer paint shop. Cadence would be at the front of that shop. Their counter would be there. And they bring it to you, but they manage to keep the costs down because it's all family-based. Everything's made in-house. The packaging, the bottles, the processing, the development, the testing is all done by that same team, and that's why the results are impeccable and irresistible. So Cadence is a brand, if you don't know them, they're one definitely to buy into and start, because regardless of what it is you want to try in paint, they've got a product to do it for you.
Absolutely. They are alchemists. Honestly, it blows my mind. When I first went to Cadence, I didn't do messy. I came out, oh my goodness me, it completely changed my thought process. And mixed media isn't something to be scared of, because if you're a card maker, you're doing mixed media every day. Yeah. Because you're using card, stickers, paper, glue, all of that kind of thing. So don't be scared of this, but start with the best.
Yeah,
because
100%.
It's definitely not reflected in the price. David is our specialist here at Highlight Crafts with Cadence, so any questions, get them in. But that is a tremendous, tremendous deal. Shop bundle, instead of being £101.94, and I'm just going to put a caveat in that, it's worth every penny at that price. You're getting it today for $44.99. You will still get that club discount. You'll still get those points back. I mean, it doesn't get any better. And if after your discounts, it's still over £35, we're going to pay for your shipping.
Of course, yeah, there's that in there as well. So I think the thing is as well...
It's just incredible. I need to tell you that a quarter of the stock of this, of all of the colours, you're getting all 6, it's not 2 separate sets, a quarter of the stock is already allocated. And David will demonstrate this for you as we go through the show.
I think it's really important to mention as well, for those of you who have joined us and have bought into Cadence and invested, well, congratulations to you, because then we know that you've got great products in your stash. But also, in the industry, in the world that we work in here as creatives, we're in a very much a reactive and evolving place, which also means that we will release a collection, celebrate it, and keep it as long as we can in stock until it goes.
Daphne's put it in a basket for me.
Oh, well, there we go. It's in the basket then.
Brilliant.
But also, and that also means we need to be working with a company that are also redeveloping all the time. We're constantly and always brainstorming new ideas for new dye collections, ranges of rice papers, all that stuff. But to have a paint company that only had one strand of paint colours and a set of paste would be no good, because then where's that next chapter? Yeah. So what they do is exactly what we do, but with paint and medium, and we actually collaborate together. So the partnership couldn't be better, it couldn't be stronger, and the friendship is, well, there's so much more to come as well. I can't even begin to share with you how much stuff they've got behind the scenes going on at the moment.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really clever.
Yeah.
Right, so shop bundle, we'll get you that for $44.99. Now then, my favourite product for 2025 is this. This is absolutely incredible. Talk to me about this,
Oh,
David.
it's bonkers.
And you need both. I'm
Yes,
just
you do.
putting that out there. Please get both.
Definitely. Well, we've managed to do it as a great bundle for you today. Now, this here is a reactive medium. When I say reactive medium, it's got a development process, which means that in its initial state of being used, it's different later on in the day. It can take between 2 to 6 hours, depending on the effect that you want. You can see they're suspended as your reactive. Yeah. Give it a good shake. It will all fully mix together. But what it does for you is it allows you to oxidize gilding flake, metal leaf, and imitation metal. So this here is plastic.
That's incredible.
It was completely gilded in metal leaf, and then it was sprayed with the rusty patina spray. So add your gilding flake on. The one that we share, the most inexpensive out there, it does not have to be real gold. We're not talking about having to buy proper gold leaf.
Nope.
Imitation gold leaf is exactly what we use here every day as crafters. You can use all of your ones that are flake, like your cosmic shimmer ones, all those ones that are all compressed in the packs. They will work fine with them. It's not necessarily brand specific, but what you want to do is apply your gold leaf onto the surface really quickly, easily. It doesn't have to be amazing looking either. It doesn't have to look like the top of a finial on a stately home. Then spray it with these sprays. And what happens is it instantly starts to cloud and give a haze to the gilding, and then it oxidizes. And this here was a wonderful project to work on because it had all of these sort of crevices and details, so it did add to the effect. But I then also had some candlesticks, and these were actually I think they were from a charity shop, and they are metal. They were scratched and they were in a bad state.
Those.
And I thought, well, actually, let's use the rusty patinas on these. And look at how, under here I didn't spray it, so you can see how brilliant the gold leaf was, just on that bit there. So you can see the gold leaf, and as soon as it's sprayed, it will then tarnish it.
Look at that.
Look at the rust. That looks like it's been sat out in the rain for years and
That's
rust built up.
amazing.
And down here at the base of it as well, you can see all of it where it's corroded. Now, you might be thinking, well, will this fit into my home? Well, actually, if you're going to do a display piece like this, even out in the garden...
I'd make it fit into my home, I'm not going to lie. I changed my home to fit that. It's brilliant.
Well, look at this one here. Now,
look at him.
again, plastic. This, completely gilded. Then add in the iron effect paint that we'll come to in a few moments. And spraying. It looked now, if that was to sit out in the garden, it would fit in because it doesn't look like a brand new piece of plastic.
Exactly that.
And just have it on the patio, in a windowsill. I mean, my grandma, she had, and all of her windowsills, she had a lot of alcoves in her house and she had busts in them. They're all displayed all around. But that I can see it would look so good. And it's nice to have around the home. Even if you've just got a charity shop fine, it could be an old glass jar, a vase, a jug, a planter, terracotta pot. Doesn't have to be something that does look.
Would look great like that, wouldn't
brilliant.
They? Right, now then, we have a quick question. What is the shelf life, Karen is asking, of the Cadence bundle? So the matte metallics, please. She already has one set, she's debating another.
All I'm going to say, these are fully sealed, these ones, so they actually have a seal inside the lid, so they're completely airtight. I always share that the shelf life is the creative use, and the creative use is how much you're going to use. So basically, none of these that I've got have ever dried up. Some of the acrylics, we say between 2 to 3 years once opened, but if you keep them sealed and dry, I've had some acrylics now for, well, as long as I've worked with Cadence, some of the colours that they don't make anymore, so like 6 years, and they're absolutely fine to work with, as long as they're not stored in direct sunlight, in standard room temperature conditions. Really, I'm going to be completely honest and say it should never dry out. No. It should be fine. I mean, I've got tins of emulsion that are like 10 years old and they're absolutely fine. As long as you care for a paint, you don't keep it out in a shed where it gets freezing cold in the winter and then boiling hot in the summer where it's got extreme temperature changes, you should be fine. If things like your waxes have started to dry out a bit, spritz them with warm water. If you find the paint feels thicker than it used to be, add a little bit of warm water to it and loosen it up. If something ever sets solid, usually it's harder to bring that back because typically that paint is then fully dried out and it won't take on any moisture. But with paint, you can have it last, well, over 10 years. It's like sometimes makeup and things like that.
Absolutely.
It depends on how you treat it. If you look after it. If you buy sealed pots and you're not going to use them, you'll be good for years until you need to open them. So whilst it's on a deal, I would 100% stock up.
Absolutely. Right, so Shop Bundle is going to get you all 6 of those for $44.99.
Great price.
These, amazing. Please don't miss out on those. These are my favourite product to come out of Cadence this year.
Yeah.
It's such a clever product. I mean, I've worked with patina paints before and it takes forever to get it right. And it still doesn't look like rust. You can tell somebody's painted
there's paint
the rust.
marks.
This, incredible.
Don't ask me how they've done it.
I don't
because
care.
they don't share all their secrets.
I don't
even
care
with
how
us.
they've done it.
But they did it.
But it's fabulous.
Yeah, just make sure you use gloves.
Right, Anila, your question is coming up next. What is the iron effect, please?
Ah, okay. I'm glad this has been asked because
Please
it is
get
on the
that.
show. Now we launched the Iron Effect paint or paste. Really, it's called paste, but I treat it as a paint because you can use it for both. But what this actually is, it's a different colour from any of the other metallics that are out there. So it's not like anthracite, it's not like the petroleum,
No.
it's not like the dark grey either. What this actually does is with the iron flakes inside is it oxidizes. So it has metal filings inside there, not crushed metal flake like we usually talk about. It's got mica and metal filings in it, which means when painted on, look at the oxidization on this. So it looks like iron that has been left out for years to corrode and start to build up. Look at how you can see the glimmer of light still shines from it like it is galvanized metal, but then you have that tarnished finish and effect, which just looks unreal. And that effect is instant. This is a paint that dries within minutes as well. But put this onto something plastic in the garden. Maybe you've got furniture out in the garden, but the chairs that are plastic, you know, the ones that they're reconditioned, but you want them to look like they're metal, paint it on it. What Cadence specialise in and innovate in is creating effects for different materials. So plastic, make it look metal. Clear plastic, make it look like glass. All that sort of stuff is what they do. So put it on with a sponge or a palette knife. I'll show you how this works during the show. I've got some with me, and you'll see how easy it is to use.
Lovely. Right, if you want that, that is shop iron $12.99, and you don't need a lot of that either.
No.
Karen's put those in her basket.
Congratulations,
Charlene
Karen.
asks, would you need to aquastone a patina finish for outside?
Okay, so if you use them out in the garden, depends really. I've actually tried it with the terracotta pot and it didn't affect it any way, shape or form. But if you've put an excessive amount, and when I say excessive, if you've done quite a lot of it, sometimes the powder can sit on the surface a little bit. It can feel ever so slightly, not dusty, but matte.
Yes.
I would use the matte aquastone over the top, and then a way it's going to seal it, and you can leave it out all year round. It can always depend on the surface it's underneath. Because this here is plastic, it's a non-porous surface. If you've got rusty patina over the top of terracotta, that's a porous surface, and that water can soak through, and then if terracotta gets cold, it can push whatever's on it. It's like render on a house, sometimes you see it dropping off in areas. It's when moisture gets in, it pushes it off when it freezes or gets too warm. Seal it, then you just always got peace of mind.
Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
And talking about sealing,
Seal the ceiling?
aquastone.
Oh, that ceiling.
Yeah, not that ceiling,
Not that
his
ceiling.
back.
It's very high, that ceiling.
You just noticed that?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's high, but yeah.
I can't look up at the moment because I've been talking to people like that all weekend.
You've done a lot of
and my
talking.
shoulders are really sore.
I wonder if you could do a word count for how many words you've used over the weekend.
Oh, honestly, so many.
Lots.
But
yeah.
brilliant.
I heard it's
And
so
a lot
busy.
of the same word. Because
Oh, okay.
sospeso, everyone came
Sospeso.
along and went, they're amazing. That looks really complicated. And then I did it and everyone went, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, it's so good. If you managed
It
to
was
get out there, tell us
amazing.
how your weekend was.
Yeah,
I'd love
it
to
was.
hear
It
from you,
was
'cause I
so
didn't
much
get to
fun.
go, so.
I know. Well, next time, that's what you
Yeah.
get for going on holiday. Anila. Oh, I thought you were better than that.
Oh, go on.
Anila says, thank you for explaining, David. Get that one. Missed your jokes.
Oh, Anila, I can always count on you.
Oh, Anila.
Got a few lined up ready. Ready to go. Bringing it back. Do you know the comedic weight that I have to put on my shoulders working here is crazy. It gives me back pain carrying this team.
2 words, and it's not happy birthday.
Oh, right. Is it carry on? Is it
Aquastone.
Aqua Stone? Ah,
Right.
Bottle. Okay, so the Aquastone, as we just mentioned about sealing your creations, your makes, to make them waterproof, everlasting, and you can rely on it, especially if you're making and selling, you want to be able to sell it to someone and go, yep, this will go in the garden, you don't have to worry about it. These are the things that you need. Now we've got it for you in the gloss and the matte. Really glad we can share these now for you in the big 500ml bottles. These bottles, I mean, on the camera there, it doesn't actually look that big. These are huge. They're absolutely massive. Now, 500ml, half a litre is coming to you at a great price. And basically, we used to share it with you in a 120ml bottle for $14.99, and we still do. If you do want the smaller portions, you can get them. But why would you when you can get a full bottle this size? It is massive, okay? This is the gloss one, so it's like an enamel. It will encapsulate and coat absolutely everything on side there, and it does look brilliant. And of course, it's waterproof, moisture resistant on heavy traffic areas as well, inside and outside.
Lovely. Right, Anila says you are like the younger brother of my hubby. The jokes my hubby cracks, and then in brackets sometimes I could crack his head. Wow.
Well,
And
hopefully I don't get
Daphne,
that far.
now you've got to tell us about your journey home, because Stephanie told everybody this morning that we had to ask you, and now Daphne is desperate to know.
Oh my goodness. Well, there was a few things that incurred on the journey home. For one, just before we that flight on the way home was, I think, doomed from the beginning. So just before we went, the flight was cancelled, and we had to land at a different airport because we were doing repairs on the runway.
Right.
So that happened. So I found that's okay. It's not big of an issue. So we knew we were landing at a different airport, and then when we got to the airport in Lanzarote, the flight was delayed already an hour, which was always fun. And because it was the last day of majority of term time, we had an email that said, just to let you know, turn up to the airport well in advance because we're short-staffed and we've got an overwhelming amount of people going back to the UK because a lot of people go on holiday for the kids that time, and it's the last time to get a bit of sun. So the airport was swamped. It was crazy. It was like a football stadium. It was absolutely... Anyway, flight was delayed, kept getting delayed, put back, eventually got on it. Half an hour into the flight, bless a lady, I think she had a fear of flying. She passed out 4 times.
Oh my goodness me.
And it was quite traumatic. And they were going to do an emergency land in Paris, and they managed to get her back round. And then bless another lady during the flight. Bear in mind this is all happening right at our feet because we were sat at the very front of the plane. Another lady, she was diabetic and didn't have a medication with her.
No.
And she had a really bad time, and they also were considering going back because they didn't know what to do. Fortunately, there was a doctor on the plane.
Oh, thank
The
goodness.
doctor came forward, bless her. She had like 2 children that were sleeping on her lap, so she came down and all kids started kicking off. Then they were screaming.
Oh my goodness
All of
me.
this stuff was happening. Bear in mind, the only people that were sat together was mine and my partner's mum, Faye. We were sat together on the plane. And the air hostesses were really stressed, really stressed. Obviously, they didn't do any bringing any food out or anything the entire flight because it was just crazy. And then half an hour before the end of the flight, because they'd managed to stabilise the lady, bless her, she was okay. Someone else was able to give her some treatment that was to put her on sort of temporarily. And I don't know much about diabetes, but they gave her some stuff to help her. Yeah. So the air hostesses are within an arm's length to us, and me and Faye were just deflating our neck pillows and looking like this. The noise obviously was just the air coming out, and then there was this panic that there was air coming from somewhere, and we were sat there like, it's us, it's fine, it's us, and she was like, sorry, this is just a really bad shift. So it was, and then we couldn't get off the plane because obviously then all of the fire crew had to come on because there was over an hour wait for the ambulance, and then when I got back to my car to pick it up, I had a flat tyre.
No.
Yes.
So what time did you actually get home?
So we were due to land in the airport for about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I got home at about 4:30, 4:45.
This morning or yesterday morning?
Yesterday morning, Sunday morning. So early hours Sunday morning. It was interesting.
Wow. Well, Marina says, sorry Mel, love you, but miss David, even though I haven't managed to watch many shows. So you were missed.
Thank you very much.
I did. I missed my partner in crime, I'm not going to lie. And Alison has joined us as well. Right, let's talk foam.
Foam, okay.
And then we'll go through some of these stencils.
We will do because we've got quite a few, haven't we? Yeah,
yes.
There's quite a lot. I think we could do the affirmations at the end because I think they're definitely ones to have.
Perfect.
So the foam, all of the products that we're working with on today's counter, the foam will work with each and every one of them. In fact, there isn't actually a Cadence medium that you would really sort of leave this aside and not use it with, because the foam comes into play whether you're going to stipple, give big surface coverage, create texture, and really for this, it's what they designed to work with their mediums. It's an A4 page, it's a full block of foam. You cut it to size, you cut it and you use it. One side is a high density foam, so it's the applicator side. The other side is the one that allows the paint to travel, so it doesn't harbour and drink up all of that medium. It allows it to flow evenly on the surface. It's brilliant stuff. It's not a consumable in the sense that you cut it up and bin it, you cut it up and wash it, but you do consume it in the fact that you are going to work your way through a full page. I can't tell you how many sheets I've got of this cut up. I must have got about 6 or 7 in a box. I always have it with me, all cut up together, different sizes. Some big ones if I'm doing wall painting, furniture, and smaller ones for stencils.
I also use it for retacking my
Oh
scan
yeah,
cut
always
mats.
forget that one.
Used it this morning for retacking my mats because it just holds that glue perfectly, and it's a really nice applicator. I found with the kitchen sponges they get really sticky really quickly.
They're just so soft as well.
Yeah, whereas with that I can wash it and reuse it over and over again. And for $5.99, by the time I've gone through half a dozen packs of the sponges and binned them, I've still got that, which is great.
Yeah.
Daphne says, David, at least you made it back in one piece.
Yeah, I was going to
Absolutely.
say, it wasn't actually that bad for me. I think about the people that actually were ill on that flight. But yeah, it was just...
And then
you know when you just want to go home?
Yes, absolutely. Daphne says, oh, David, that was stressful. Wow, bless your socks on, David. What an ordeal. I love that. And Anila says, oh, yes, David, you were definitely missed. The head cracking was for my hubby only. Never for you. Don't want to damage the Cadence encyclopedia.
Oh, well, yes, going to say the knowledge, you want to keep it in tip-top. I saw some videos of Stephanie, though, having some near misses or disasters whilst I was away. Desks collapsing.
Really? No, nothing went wrong while you were away. It just
Someone cracked a resin coaster live on air. That was hilarious, by the way.
Right.
I'd not seen it happen, but Amber showed it me this morning and I was in bits. It's when the desk falls and Stephanie's talking about her favourite sausage and then she just goes, tomato!
Yeah,
Have you not seen the
it's
clip?
been a little bit mad.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Can I just say that? Well,
I thought it'd
Diane
been
went off
peaceful
ill.
and relaxing.
Jane's gone off poorly. Who else went off? Amanda's not here. Honestly,
Anna's not here.
I walked out in creative and there was just me sat there. I'm like, this is really weird. There's
Anybody
nobody there.
volunteer?
Is there anybody there? Nothing. Right, let's talk stencils. I'm going to swap places with you, my lovely.
Switcheroo. Okie dokie.
And then you can go through the ones that you think are relevant.
Sure. Okay, so we've got two sets of affirmations for you on the show. The first one I'm going to go through here is this one.
Just before you start, sorry, David.
No,
Charlene's asking, will the matte aquastone become available in 120ml bottles, as I'm not able to buy the 500ml bottles due to shipping restrictions?
Okay. All right, that's a really good shout. I don't see why not, because they do make it in that one. I think we just automatically assumed to get the big one, but yeah, definitely we'll get the small ones in. We can work on that. I think we're due actually a very big delivery, and then we're going to, of course, as soon as that's here, put in another order, so we'll get that sorted.
Lots of new goodies.
Oh, lots of new colours. Well, I'm going to say as well, if you're getting those matte metallics today, new colours on the horizon. Okay, of the paints and pastes, so there is more to come.
No.
It's not just, you might be thinking, oh, it's on a great deal, does that mean we're not doing it again?
No, we are.
Just
we're
a
just
treat.
Giving you a good deal.
Good treat.
Brilliant.
So, first set of affirmations for you. These are all your positivity ones. I mean, they're just brilliant for card fronts, and these are going to go hand in hand, especially with those blending paints we've got on today. A quick blend through here in a rainbow or any colour you want to work with, something that really sort of works with the style of the stencil you're working with is fabulous. Now you're going to get inside here 7 in total, 7 of them. There are 5 inches and 5 inches square. They're all different as well, different fonts. Some are swirly, some are playful, some are very straightforward to the point, whereas other ones have a little bit more relaxed design about them. But they've all got as well a little hole in the corner so you can jump ring them together.
Brilliant.
I typically don't do that. I just put them in my Craftmaster wallets in my to a Robins folder, but you can do that with them if you don't have one of those. But these are just quick, easy stencils, but variety too.
Fantastic. Shop Positive, $9.99. Now, we've got some Halloween ones as well.
We do, which would be a great opportunity to still get them. I mean, my friend's having a Halloween party on the 15th of November.
Oh, that's quite
So
cool.
there's still, people still keep the pumpkins out.
That's quite nice. I quite like
Oh,
these.
yeah, I've not seen these actually.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well,
these
let's
are
get 'em out
cool.
then.
Look at these.
Ooh,
Wink
very
and
nice pumpkin.
I don't know where Katie's been hiding these, but she's been hiding them.
No, I know. That's right. Okay, well, let's talk you through them. These are, they're already at a great price considering these are pretty new. So you've got inside here 4 of your stencils. They're 8 by 8 in size. Now, this one here has got a great amount of detail. That airbrush would look fabulous.
It would.
Think about as well if you are having friends, family over, and you are having a little spooky party. I know a lot of people through October and November, their birthday parties, they do a bit spooky themed as well.
Yeah.
Saw a few of those over the weekend. So you could still continue with that theme as well. It doesn't just have to be for Halloween or autumnal. You could use them for it too. But look at this, isn't that pumpkin great?
I love
really
that.
like that. And then also as well, you've got the crooked tree, which I do really like. I think that's
You know
fab.
what? Comes round every year.
It does tend to come around every year.
There you go. So get them while we've got them on
Yeah.
a deal. Right, David, do you want to go to demo?
Yeah, should we do it?
Yeah, we're 20 to the first hour. I'm going to leave you in about 15 minutes.
How could you?
I know. I've
could you?
got stuff
Just
I need to get
rude.
ready for tomorrow. Like my own shows tomorrow.
I think I've got a resin show tonight.
You have resin cast.
resin cast.
Resin cast.
Oh, resin cast. There
Resin
we go.
cast
I
tonight.
won't be smashing any coasters though. Well,
Well, you're not.
I try not to.
Spoil sport.
Try not to. Yeah, I've got a show this evening with resin, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Do some lots of tips and techniques. Right, okay, so when we're talking the matte metallics, when I showed you that panel where they were all blended together to create texture, that's a way in which I'll be able to share with you during this hour as well. I could do that in the next hour. That one there, that's the one. Because this, when I show, if I was to show it with you at the first glance, you might be thinking, oh, that's not really for me, but it is brilliant and it is really, really fun to do. And for placemats and stuff, it's fabulous. So we're going to come back to this. But if you want to do blending with this and actually just do antiquing, it works really well for that. It's kind of like you're working with a luxury gilding wax. So I'm going to pick a few colours. Definitely the gold is a favourite. That colour is a dream to work with. And then we'll also, let's get a little bit of the maroon out here. We'll play with most of the colours actually. Let's just go for it. So I've missed this, my paint palette. There we go.
Have you?
Oh, I have indeed.
We didn't sell it.
I was wondering when I
No,
came
we
back,
didn't
thought,
sell
oh,
it.
am I going to miss it? I had a little watercolour pad with me and some paper while I was away to do some little bits. So but didn't quite have this palette. Don't know if I'd get that through customs.
No.
Like, can you please explain yourself? What is this? Right, okay, so when you start to work with it, use a brush or a sponge. For this one, I'm going to be knocking it back and forth, so we're going to want to use a brush for this. Also, as well, I'll share with you, you can use the matte metallic paste through your silk screens. So if you've got any of the silk screens from here at Highlight Crafts or any of your Screen Sensation screens, you can use this with that too. Did someone say Screen Sensation? I know, right? So there might be more of that to come.
They will. We're just trying to get the factory to get the screens right, because they're not the factory that used to do it. Don't do it anymore.
No.
And the new factory haven't quite nailed it yet. They're too thick, so we're still working on that.
So again, working on it to get it right.
Absolutely. Won't bring you anything unless it's right.
So this here, I've gessoed it in black gesso. It was white plaster. It's been painted a few different colours before. So when you start to work on with it, if you go back and forth like this, you see how I'm literally just taking it back and forth and dry brushing it. That gold there, we'll start to mix it with some other colours, it dries matte, but it has a wonderful pearlescent to it. Wow. Can you see that there? It's absolutely gorgeous. So pick up a little bit more of the gold, like this, blend it back and forward, and again, so easy to work with. Now this has got texture on it, so automatically you just know it's going to look wonderful. Then if you want to introduce different colours together and start to blend it up, this is where it gets exciting. So let's put in a little bit of the copper, okay? And you can see again, I've used probably, I'm going to say, 15% of some of these tubs, if that. The seal that you get on yours, you can fully remove it. They're airtight pots when you reseal them back up, but at the same time, if you're buying a new set just to keep, you know, your stocks in place whilst they're at a deal, just leave that foil on for now until you actually need to open it. Dip a little bit into the gold, get that on the brush first, and then a tiny bit into that copper, okay? And this is going to make it almost like a slightly warmer gold. So you can see now as I start to add this, how the colours just naturally start to blend together. See that warmth coming through there now, it's going into the gold. So I'm going to carry this the whole way up, okay, like that, wonderful. And you can see how that gradient of blend of that metallic just goes through exquisitely.
I love how we can dry brush with the paste.
Yeah, we're dry brushing with paste here, which is crazy. Almost feels like that would be impossible, because if you usually use a paste, the medium that creates it into a paste that makes it thicker will usually bulk out, and if you spread it thinly, you'll see particles, almost like grains, and it won't really create a very nice effect. With this, it's kind of like you're working with a thick paint,
right?
Which I love. It's very different to anything else that they actually make. Here we go. And the fact that you've got that matte metallic is a complete contrast to any of the other metallics that they create. Look at that there. That blend is beautiful.
Lizzie says, oh, I miss my Screen Sensation and still have my kit and use it. Yes, Lizzie, we are bringing it back. We're just making sure it's right. But the fact that you can use, Lizzie, this bundle that's on your screen should be £101.94. It's £44.99. That same and it's a paste. So those 6 colours that you're getting in there that David's dry brushing with now, a paste, right, which blows my mind. You can use it through your Screen Sensation screens.
Yes, you can do.
That's incredible.
So you can see I'm going to go warm towards the top. I'm not going to do full coverage with this either. You can see how the warm is now towards the top of that. And as you tilt it back and forward, it will catch the light, but it doesn't reflect the light in terms of like a glossy way. It is that matte finish that really does add to the effect. I'm going to continue with this in a minute, but whilst we build upon that, I'm going to grab a canvas, okay? So whilst you're also using this, any brushes, I'm using one of the beautiful Royal Langnickel ones for this one, which is actually a very hard wearing brush for what we've just done, so it worked well. Just put it in water, don't let them dry out. If you've got a product that dries with matte metallic on there, especially if it's a brush or a sponge, it's really tricky to rehydrate it. If it's fully dried, that brush is probably then going to be a decorative brush. But also, if it's just slightly damp still, you can still warm it up and get it off. Just use your brush cleaner and things like that. So for the screens, I've got a canvas here. I'm not gessoed it or anything like that. I'm just going to go straight in, and I'm going to use a scraper too. You could use a palette knife if you've not got any of the scrapers. And let's put one of our screens down, shall we? So it's going to take one of our beautiful silk screens. Any design would be perfect for this. I'm going to put it on a canvas. But these work really well on glassware and plastic and all that sort of stuff. There we go. So we're going to take that off and just pop it just down here to the corner, just to show what the actual paste is like and how it performs through a silk screen. Smooth it all down where it needs to be smoothed, and then of course the areas like the corner can just be left for it to be peeled away. These are the rehydration stencils, so even though they're sticky, when you wash them, the stickiness almost rehydrates and you can reuse it. Okay, so colour to work with. We may as well stick with what we've got out actually. Or no, actually, go on, let's get another colour out. We'll use maroon. It's a beautiful shade, look at that.
That is lovely, isn't it?
But look at how, even though it's a paint or a paste, it doesn't come out. It's, it's not going to
It looks quite different on the screen. It almost looks like a scarlet red, but it's not. When you look at it in the pot, it's more like a maroon. It is a maroon.
It is a maroon,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bright as it looks on the screen.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's a fabulous colour.
So let's look. Oh, trust me to clean my apron out before I went away.
What do you need, darling? Blue roll?
Oh, I've got some there.
Oh, wet wipes.
They've got wet wipes right on my desk. There we go. Just going to clean that down. There we go. And I'm going to take a little bit of the maroon paste, pop that here. And when you're working with a silk screen, you can either load it up like you would do a screen printing, in the screen printing method, but we're going to be pushing against here and scraping it down. In fact, actually, I think I've got another one that might be slightly better for that. Here we go. Slightly smaller one. That'll fit just the width of that screen. There we go. So I'm actually going to load up the squeegee instead, okay? Or your scraper, or whatever it is. It might be a piece of construction acetate that you might be using. So load it up like that, make sure it's fully smoothed down, and then take it over the screen, just like this. And I'm using this on a textured canvas as well, so usually you would expect a bit of bleed, but we're going to see how this is performed for us. You're going to wash this screen straight after. Look at how crisp that has come out.
Wow.
And that is a paste, by the way.
That's
so put the screen in water. You can keep the screens wet until you wash them. That looks incredible. And that's matte metallic paste.
Wow.
Okay, and it's gone through there as a screen printing ink. So not only can you do a blend with it, not only can you do texture tiles, you can actually print with this medium. It's fabulous. Now you can also water it down. If you were to use it in a fluid consistency, you will also get a different result. So let's take some card here, and I'll show you what it's like through a stencil and then with a brush. So we've got the one, we may as well keep this out because it's on our mat already. We don't want to waste any, but of course you can just put it back inside the tub if you've not pre-mixed your colours. If you have done some pre-mixing with your colours, just save them in an airtight tub. If you've got any of the little paint tested pots that we did with Cadence, you could use those. So through a stencil, that's my drinking water, that's my normal water, there we go.
Don't get those mixed up.
I do that all the time. The amount of time where I've gone to take a cup of tea with a brush
that was
in it.
another thing that happened when you weren't here.
Oh, really?
Stephanie left one show to go into another, nipped in her office, drank some water that she had been on her desk for a week.
No.
And then went in the middle of a show, left the show to go to the bathroom and didn't come back. No, it was water, it turned out. Yeah, it was water. And then she was off for the rest of the day, and the day after she wasn't very well. I know. I'm stood there with a piece of black watercolour card and a brush, and I'm like, okay, here we go then.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. So Stephanie was off, then Diane was off, Hannah's gone. I tell you, it was proper, full on.
Oh my god.
While you were sunning yourself on a beach, right?
Oh gosh.
Right, I'm
That
not
beach
right, am I?
seems far more favourable right now.
Yeah, I bet it does. Welcome back, David.
Wow.
That's why we're all
Okay.
a bit like greyer than we were when you left.
I was going to say, I was like, what's happening, dear?
Yeah, it was also going on last week.
Okay, so here you can see I'm doing sheer painting with the matte
Wow.
metallics, and what it dries like is, oh, it's just
Ooh, look at
pure
that.
brilliance. It is glorious. But if you want that effect through a stencil, let's grab one of our affirmations. Here we go, and we're going to add a little bit of stencil spray just to the reverse of it. So I've
Right,
got my
talk to me
spray.
about stencil spray, because we've got that on the show as well, David.
We do.
It's behind your cookies. Here, on
My
your trolley.
cookies.
Behind your cookies.
Oh.
And your cookies.
So someone got cookies.
Oh, do you know what? I could do a cookie today. I was really good at the NEC. I didn't have any chocolate. I was really good.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well.
And do you know why I'm really annoyed? Because I put £2 on.
What?
I know.
How?
I don't know. Well, I do
Oh,
know.
sometimes it's-
Probably because I didn't move very much over the
Oh.
weekend, because we literally didn't get out of a chair.
Busy.
Yeah. But
Okay.
also, yeah, it was a thing. So I'm back on my good behaviour today.
Oh, well, I've seen some biscuits on the side. I'm sure we can put a dent in those. Right, okay, so the stencil spray. Just to actually give you a brief overview on this product before we just use it as if it's anything else just on my trolley. It is a superior stencil spray. Now, when we talk stenciling, whether it's going to be with, even if you're going to make your own masking paper with this, I use stencil spray for so many different repositionable projects. Now, when it's actually on the reverse of a Mylar stencil, what it does is it gives you that perfect tack. So you can see it's holding onto my hand there, but as soon as I take it away, my hands are still silky smooth. Well, silky smooth. Got very smooth, silky smooth hands. No, they're just still smooth. Weird way to describe your own hands, isn't it?
Right. Yes. So the exfoliation that it had from the sand.
Yes, all those massages didn't help. But what it does is, what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't transfer any of the adhesive to your hands or any other surface. So if you are stencil spraying onto your stencil, putting it onto glassware, onto fabric, anything like that, it'll keep it in the same position. It's kind of like magic. It's a little bit like when you've got your cardstock on your scan and cut mat and you take the card off. It's not tacky on the other side. The tackiness is on the mat. It's what it's designed to do. Also as well, it's like an ultra fine hairspray. So it's kind of like you're using a really fine mist when you're working with it. So it doesn't give you all of those webs. Sometimes with stencil mediums, and there's plenty out there, and there's some good ones as well. But this is what I found to be the best, is that it'll create like hair strand webs all through your open areas of your stencil. So when you're brushing with it, it all clogs up and then you get this weird adhesive on the end of your brush, and it's just not very nice. Always spray it either over a bin, cardboard box, or outside. It is an aerosol, so you just want to make sure, and it's a glue.
Can I just make a point? Please don't ever use that on your scan and cut mat.
No, don't. Yeah,
Use
don't.
your Pinflair stencil glue, not the Cadence
Yeah, because it will, of course,
spray.
go over the
Yes,
lines. And
absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
no. Right, so stencil it down in place. I'm going to use a stencil brush, of course, for this. I'm not going to mask off the areas, because if this was a card, I'd naturally just guillotine around here anyway. So any overspill isn't a great issue in terms of how the project will look. So what I'm going to do is grab, let's have a look. We're going to use some Cadence cut and use foam for this. So drop that piece on the floor
David,
first.
I'm going to leave you, darling, if
Bye.
that's all right. I'm going to go and get some warmer clothes on because I'm cold.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, I'll leave you the iPad there, and I'll see you back at 1 o'clock with Stephanie with new Highlight Looks resin decals.
Oh, okay.
We've changed the name from stickers because stickers doesn't do them justice.
Well, that is very true,
Right.
to be honest. Did think about that.
Right,
Bye
see you in an
now.
hour.
See ya. Ooh, I'm excited for that show then. That sounds exciting, doesn't it? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of our paste, and I'm also going to take a bit of water. I'm going to use a damp brush to add the water, actually. Don't need much. I'm going to put a bit of water on that there, and I'll do it on a...
Just before I go, 40%
40%
of the bundle
everybody, just to
is now
remind you,
allocated.
Mel's just mentioned that, so great shout, Mel. If you haven't already seen, we do have a bundle on of the Cadence matte metallic paste today at a great price. It's already flying. £44.99 shop bundle to go for that one. It should be £101.94. Really busy, and it's what I've been working with throughout the show so far as well. So what we're going to do, also got to change around our cameras too. See you, Becky.
Bye.
Everyone's leaving me today. Oh my goodness. Wow. Amber's staying though. Amber is staying. But I've got Ethan on cameras now. Hi Ethan. There we go. Right, so I'm going to show what it's like if you want to buff with your matte metallic. So pick up a bit of your matte metallics, a little bit of that water, and start to buff through your stencil, okay? Using the cut and use foam is great for stenciling. It's not harsh on detailed, delicate areas. It just glides over it brilliantly. I'm going to take a little bit of the gold, put a bit of that down here onto my palette. Again, pick up a bit more water and just put some of that water there on the palette like that, so I can still use it. Take a bit more water and now some of the gold. Make a little gold blend just there. Wonderful stuff. And then start to blend through. It is exquisite to blend with this stuff. And remember, we're using a paste still here, and I'm going to come back to the paste as well later on in the show, because so many of you have gone for it in your baskets now, but we're using a paste as a blending medium, as a gilding medium, as a screen printing ink, and as a full surface coverage medium too. It does it all. It's brilliant. Now I'm going to pick up just a bit of the paste now without any water, just to add a little bit more definition to the colour. And this will just reinforce and reiterate that pigmentation which is in that maroon. There we are. So build that all the way up around here. A little bit of the gold now. Add some of that gold into this and start to blend the gold in. And because it's mixed with that maroon, it's like a really warm gold. Now let's take that stencil here away. Oh, I'm excited to see this. Look at that. That is beautiful. And that is using those matte metallic pastes, and that is like polished to the surface. It gives you like a printed finish, almost like it is a matte metallic ink that has been printed directly onto that surface. Look at that. Isn't it great? So that there for you is shop bundle. $44.99. You are going to get your club discount, of course, on top of that price, alongside all of your points, benefits that you do get alongside being a Highlight Crafts Club member. But that's the way to get all 6 of the colours. You right, Amber? Yeah, should we go over and have a little look? I'll make sure before I do so not to leave anything out to dry. So I think we're all good there. Let's go over and have a look. I'll take you all with me as well on the iPad computer-nator thingy me wobbly jiggly boobly. thingy. Thingy me bobbly, that's what I meant to say. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh yeah, I should have said that one instead. Right, okay. Wow. It's all gone strange now. Mel's left on my own. I've not done it. I've not been in here on my own for a while. It feels strange. Feels bizarre. Right, I'm going to take you through the colours of the paste, everybody. So thank you so much for staying with us and joining us for today's Makeover Monday. Let's have a look. So in the bundle of 6 colours, you are going to receive all of these 250ml pots. Now to take you through the top set, because these 2 sets here you can purchase individually if you wanted to. The set of 3 at the top you can get on its own, and the set of 3 on the bottom you can get on their own. But just to give you a quick glance of that, $34.99 if you were to buy those on your own. You've got, of course, your Regalia on there as well, and the second one is your Imperium. So you can go for either one of those separately, but you can clearly see the value is within that main bundle. Now if I just take the top set here and just turn them upside down, you can see the colours through the packaging. You have got the copper, the antique gold, and that wonderful, almost like lilac silver, like a gunmetal grey, which is a very popular colour, I think, amongst car finishes. But this is shop bundle. You can see it should be and was £101.94. Now that's what you would be paying if you were to shop for these in that initial bundle price. And that bundle price still has a saving within it, but we've brought that down even further. So it's kind of like you've got a saving on a saving, and then you've got your club discount, then you've got your points, and you've got your free postage. So there's quite a few benefits to shopping for this bundle today, and I think that's why it's been so busy. Also down here too, we do have for you another selection. You can see there's a bit of green paint on there, so please ignore that. You do have another set of 3 colours. Now this here, you've got that wonderful sapphire blue, you've got that great maroon deep colour. It is like a sort of a burnt red. And then you've got a fabulous dark orchid as well. It's an antique purple is that colour, but these are tremendous shades. They all blend together exquisitely. You can pipe with these, blend with them, gild with them, screen print with them, you can watercolour with them, you can stencil with them. With them being a paste, we typically think thick, heavy-bodied mediums that are really robust in the sense of their appearance, but this can still appear delicate and, of course, gentle on the surface while still being a paste. So it's kind of like what I would say a very rare hybrid to have in amongst your stash of mediums, because you have that playful aspect of having a paint, but you also have that 3-dimensional aspect of it being a paste. So there's loads of ways in which you can craft with this. I mean, even if you were to take it to something like this here, you can see I'd painted it initially in metallic purple. It is literally just, oh, keep her modesty. Dear me, it's all going wrong. I guess they zoomed in on that bit there. Right, but if you want to antique it, this is how wonderful it looks. Now on this one you can see the colours I used were the sapphire, and I also used the copper too. So these two colours here were used to create this wonderful, almost bronze statue finish with the oxidization. And it's made out of plastic, so lightweight. But with a medium like this, you can also do your texture painting. Now this here was creating, and this is where the matte metallic really showcases itself and relies on the fact of the way it's been used. This here is on an MDF board, one of our MDF panels that we share at Highlight Crafts. And what I did was lay down colour. Now to lay down colour, I used a spatula and a scraper to do this, and you can see how it creates that metallic matte sheen. So using the words matte, metallic and sheen in the same sentence sounds quite tricky because it kind of throws you off a little bit of thinking, well, is it metallic? Is it matte? Is it shiny? It's kind of all three established into one. And what that means is you create a pearlescent finish. So it has a haze to it. It has a semi-reflection, so it's not gleaming on of the brightness like a glossy finish. It has a very opulent, almost sprayed look to it. And that's what I love about this, and that's what makes it so different. So if you are going to go for this one, all 6 colours there come together as one bundle for you. It is shop bundle. It's £44.99, £101.94 though. That's all that you're paying. Great price on that one. Also, we have got a resin show tonight, and I'm going to figure out a way, because I'm sure it's possible, of how we can use this with our resin. So I'm going to show you what's coming up with that one later on as well. It's a resin cast show, so it's not an epoxy one, but we can definitely use that with resin cast, so we'll figure out a way to do it. A few other items on the show as well. The cookie paints are at the top of the counter. These have been popular and they have a great price of them today. There's quite a few of you in the comments as well. Oh, Lizzie says it's no brainer with the saving to get the bundle. I'm so excited. Oh, fabulous, Lizzie. Oh, I'm really happy for you that you've gone for it. Yeah, definitely get it. It's been really busy. Over 40% of that is dropped into baskets. And I believe, of course, if we've got it at that bundle, what we've got has been added to the show, which means we could be nearing the end of that selection of stock, which does mean when it comes back in, it will most definitely be back up at full price. But I would make that purchase now during the show. Or if you're watching this as a repeat, hopefully there'll still be some there, but of course be cautious adding it to your basket. You need to make sure you're checking out. Right, okay, the cookie paints, we've got them here as a selection for you. They come in 2 sets of 5. Wonderful shades to work with. Now the top one here is Shop Fresh. It's £17.98. It should be £44.95. So essentially, you'd be paying almost £45 for this here, almost £45. You're not even paying anywhere near £20 for it. With your club discount as well, it's going to be bringing it down to almost like £17 for that. That's crazy. And of course, depending on what tier that you're in the club, you could be paying almost £15. You might even have some points to use too, which could mean that you're spending literally just a few pounds per pot of this. They are big bottles. They're 100ml per bottle as well, so you're getting 500ml. You're getting half a litre of these sponge-tipped acrylic foam paints. Quite a few words there. But inside here, you're going to get the bright yellow, bright orange, green, a turquoise, and you're also going to be getting the jet black too. Wonderful colourways there to craft with. And you can see here, got a few examples of how these look. Look at the colour blends inside this. Are they not just magnificent? They look so dreamy on the surface. Whether you want to use them through a giant stencil, onto the walls, onto plaster, onto paper, card, anything at all, they look fabulous. Now that's Shop Fresh. It's £17.98. We do also as well for you have another bundle. The other bundle available on the show is another set of 5 colours. Same price again though, £17.98. It's still a great deal. You're actually going to get the warm orange, your lemon yellow colour in here, along with the blue and a really nice sort of vintage green. You also inside there have a red and you have a purple. So you've got all of those colours there to craft with at the same time. Definitely go for both. That means you get the full collection, the full colour story of the cookie paints. Now they're a water-based medium and they're easy wash up too. So if you are thinking of Christmas presents or gifts for the children and grandchildren, these would be a great one for them to open on Christmas morning. Or maybe they've got a birthday around the corner just before Christmas. It's always tricky knowing what to get someone, especially when that season's approaching. I know I've got loads of family birthdays for us before Christmas, and it makes it quite tricky. And everyone always says, no, I don't want a present for both all in one. I want something different. So So it's always nice to get something unique as a separate present, and I think they would be a great one for that. It's $17.98. That was all that you're paying to get them. I'm going to show you next this one here. The word went from my head, then the iron effect. There we go. A little bit rusty. The iron effect paste. I'm going to share this one with you in a few moments' time. It's $12.99. I've got quite a few questions about this earlier on in the show. Now, what this is it's a metallic with metal inside it, not just metal leaf or mica powder. It has actual metal in it, which means it's a reactive medium. So you can see here, it's been painted onto the base, onto the footer of this bust, giving it a wonderful iron finish. I've then gone in with some gilding flake, added a little bit of the rusty patina spray, and that oxidised it there because it has got that metal in it, so it will react with it, and it looks gorgeous. You've got to give it a go. If you've never tried that before, you just have to try it. It's a paint and a paste all in one together. Really, really love that one. It's $12.99 shop iron to go for that. Just going to have a little look through the comments, see if we've got anyone joining us. Did we say we were going to do a little game as well?
Oh yeah, I've done Pictionary.
We were going to do Pictionary. Mel's left us though, so it means I've got to draw it. Should we do it now? Okay, we're going to do it. As well, we do have a Pictionary lined up for you during the show. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw that. Well, I'm going to draw that. I say we. Just setting up the board now to be able to do it. And then all you need to do is type into the comments what you think it is that I've drawn. It could be anything. It could look like anything, but hopefully it'll look like something. So you need to make sure to get that into the comments, and then you'll be winning some points. The machine will select one lucky winner towards the end of the show, and we'll reveal that. So you need to stay with us and stay tuned to find out whether it's you or not that's won. You will also receive a message from us once we've announced the winner. Pat Mussett says, hi all. Hi Pat, hope you're well. Anila says, David has come back recharged for his funny moments. Oh, Anila, I feel like there's plenty going to be on the way. It's wonderful to have your company as well. It's great to see all the lovely names as well popping up. Not seen you for so long. Well, I say so long, it's been a week, but it has felt like quite a while. Thanks, says, look forward to buying it when it comes into stock. Ooh. Oh, Dora says, Mel, you were brilliant. Yeah, it looked like you all had great fun at the NEC. It looked really busy as well, which is always nice. Always nice when the events are really busy, because it's always good for not only the suppliers, but for all of you coming as well. It's a great atmosphere when there's lots of you visiting us. Right, I'm going to go around and do some drawing. If you're going to follow me, come on through. If you don't want to see an absolute mess of a drawing, then I'll look away now. Right. Amber's going to reveal it to me. She's writing on the board what it's going to be. I have no idea, by the way. I have no idea. Oh, okay. I think I'll be all right with that one. From memory. Right, okay. So. Sorry? Have you? Might have done. Okay. So what am I drawing here? Ethan, do you know what it is? Or did you see the board?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ethan saw the board. There we go. I haven't got a great colour selection of pens here, so it's no Bob Ross, I'm afraid. It's going to be what it'll be. There we are. This isn't a coconut one. It's just a normal one. I don't know which ones coconuts grow on, but there we go. I do love one of these. I wish they grew better in the UK. Oh, me too. Absolutely do. If you just heard Amber, she's just giving you what it was, but I think... Oh, yeah! Do you know, I'll say everyone will know what it is, confidently suggesting that it's a great drawing. But I'm not saying it is for 1 minute. But what that is, my neighbours, they've got some in their garden that are the proper ones. We've got some that do well in the UK, and they planted them 40 years ago. They're taller than the house now, and it looks like their garden looks like Spain. It's beautiful, and they're massive. They're huge, but they're acclimatized. They do really well, and they actually owned the house that my mum now lives in at the bottom of the road, and she's got one in her garden. So I'm very jealous, but they're beautiful.
There is a space. I put a space in it.
There's a space in the word. It's 2 words we're looking for, and you need to make sure the word is divided by a space. It's 1 word and then another. I don't know how else I could have explained that, but I went round it the long way, that's for sure. Anila says, excellent drawing. Thank you very much, Anila. Yes, it's rather... One of the leaves is floating, but I think I just got distracted by my own voice. Right, okay, so I'm going to go back and we'll do some more fun stuff, shall we? As well, let me know what you've been up to. What have I missed while I've been away? Is there anything you can share with me that I wasn't meant to know? Anything that... I know a few things that went wrong. Stephanie's tomato comment whilst the table was collapsing. Love that one. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else I've missed out on. I'd love to hear from you. Any of the latest gossip that the team are keeping from me? Give us your shout outs, let me know. Right, okay, so iron effect paint, brilliant stuff. So you don't have to use it with a stencil, you can use it directly on a product. And I've got this here, this glass bottle. It's a really nice bottle actually. Again, it's from the charity shop, no surprises there. But I'm going to share with you how you can work with it. Now, when it comes to you, let's have a little look. It will have a foil cap on it like this. And you can see that foil cap is slightly got a little bit of a well. It's got a little dip in it, okay? And that's because they're vacuum sealed, which means there's no, of course, external impurities inside here already. It is just the paint, it's just the product itself. So when you get yours home and you've opened it, that's essentially when your shelf life starts. But when I say it's really hard to put like sort of a number on it, is if it's stored in the right way. Paint can last you years upon years. Like some of the paints I had as a teenager and a kid growing up, I've still got in some shape or form, whether I've decanted it or what have you. I used to collect all the big poster paints when I was a kid, do big paintings with them. Some of them are still going absolutely fine, but it depends how you care for them. Now you can pull it off from the corner, and of course the tab itself will remove, or just use a palette knife like this, or if you've got the bottle opener that we did share with you, that's also a great shout. I don't know where mine's gone, but do I have it in there? Probably not. I don't know what I've done with that. But all you do is pop your palette knife in and follow it around the edge and just peel it back like that, okay? Now, the paste itself is a beautiful consistency. If I just take a narrow stirrer here, just into the pot, you can see as I pick this up, look at that colour. It's got that wonderful silvery luxury lustre to it. So you can do freehand painting with this if you want to. But I'm just going to pop some out here onto my mat and show you what the coverage is like on a different surface. Now this is glass I'm going on to. It has already been painted with one of the hybrid purples, so it's totally fine to go on with something else. But I'm going to use the cut and use foam to actually apply this with. And it's the one I would strongly suggest using. It's going to give you the best results because it is going to give you that wonderful airbrush finish. Now look at this. As you go on with it, oh, I've got a little bit of gold in here too. That's quite interesting. What's making that noise? There we go. Take that off there. Look at this. The coverage is gorgeous. Now, continue to keep going over where you've just gone with the paint. Circulate round. Don't just start and move on to the next section. You need to keep working into it. And that's what will give you that iron effect. Now, look at how dazzling that is. It is gorgeous. Now, I'm going to do a full coat all the way around here and build it up for you. Okay? But you can, if you wanted to, mix this with other metallic paints. But remember, this has actually got metal in it. So if you do then want to spray this with your rusty patina sprays, you're going to get that wonderful oxidization. There we go. Just like this all the way around. Remember, this one is just £12.99. If you've not got this one already, I would strongly advise going for it, especially if you've got the rusty patina sprays, because it was designed to go with them. It's exactly what we used when we were at Cadence. There we are. Keep going round here like that, just like this. And if you've just joined us as well, and you want to know what I'm working with or anything else on the show, please drop it in the comments and I'll be able to recap anything for you, because I know obviously we're a 2-hour show, lots of you dip in and out. Sometimes you're able to join us earlier or later, it depends. Now what I'm going to do with the section I've painted is grab the hairdryer, give it a nice blast with some warm air, not boiling hot. I stay away from using a heat gun now with most paints. The reason for that is I found that heat guns can be too strong. They can have too much directional heat that's too hot into a certain area for, well, not even for too long. It can be a few seconds, and if it's too hot, it can scorch it. The paint might not dry properly. It can affect the colour, the consistency, and the finish. So just a nice warm heat from a hairdryer is recommended. Or just leave it to naturally air dry if you've got time. Here we go. Let's take it around there. And I'm just going to show you what the coverage of this is like. Then we're going to have a go with those kooky paints. Look at this. It looks, I can just see that wonderful sparkle coming from it. It looks really, really nice. There we go. So now, it's already dried. And look how beautiful that finish is, that coverage there. full coverage of that wonderful colour is, well, I just love working with it. I think it's fabulous. That there in a full set of these bottles would look amazing. Right, let's have a look at the kooky paint, shall we? And we'll come back to that in a bit. We're sort of dipping into all sorts, which I think is nice. Oh, Amber, the television's gone. Nothing changes, does it? Nothing changes. Right, okay, so let's have some fun at doing some stencils. Oh dear, I can hear myself. That was, no, I can't. Do you know, I don't know about anybody else, but if I hear my own voice, I find it insufferable. So I do apologise, because I'm guessing everybody at home doesn't mind it too much, but I can't. Do you know, sometimes if you ring somebody, and it like, you hear yourself, and it throws you off a little bit, the sound of your own voice, for me, I just, and I just heard it then. Just heard it. Right, okay, we'll crack on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a stencil. So let's use one of our stencils. We could use the one we used earlier, actually. Let's stick with it. Add a little bit more adhesive to the back. Here we go. And I'm working onto some watercolour card here. You could use this on R250, but the watercolour card is what I had in my stash anyway, so I thought I may as well use it instead of opening a new pack. So I'm going to put the stencil directly onto the card here. I do tend to find that with a watercolour card, it is designed for painting as well, so you are going to get a slightly stronger result with this, and it will allow it to blend nicely. So let's go in with our colours. So we've got an orange here, and we've got a red, and I'm also going to use the yellow. I don't know which one to use. I'm going to use a warm one. I think I might use the more solid coloured one for this. Now when you're working with the kooky paints, what I tend to do is build up a bit of a palette with them, because then you can add water to them afterwards and react to it and create a watercolour paint, so you're not wasting any. So with this, I'm typically going to start with the lighter yellow. To get your kooky paint, remember the bundles for these are at a great price, like $17.98 I think for these ones. Start to pump it out like that, and you can see how the sponge will naturally start to build up. Now the sponge that this is made from is almost identical to the cut and use foam, but in white. Okay, so you can see the colour. I mean, look at that colour on there. You can see how bold and deep it is. So as you're working with it, you don't want to flood it. If you squeeze the bottle too hard like that, okay, now if I'm squeezing it down, you're going to create too much paint on the surface. You don't want that. You just want to gently push it down and start to work in and massage it. Because if you have too much down, you don't want to waste it, really. And also you don't want too much of a juicy sponge, because of course you're going to encourage bleeding under your stencil. So what I'm going to start doing is just gently moving it around. See, I've still got quite a bit of paint coming through there. Move it onto the surface and gently start to circulate around, just like this. Okay, I can see I've probably got too much paint there, but it's fine. I wanted to show you what it looks like to pump quite a bit of it through. I'm then going to pick up the red, okay, and then start to gently work through with red. See how there? It's just giving us the perfect blend because we've not taken into it too much. Now the other side is still open and wet, so I can actually work the colours together and blend them. There we are. Look at this now. Really, really easy to work with. So gently just skimming over the top of that stencil, just like that. Start to blend those together. Now this one here still got quite a bit on it, but I'm just going to gently work those two colours together. So I'm pushing the orange back down, and it will create a wonderful fiery blend, will that? Ooh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And you've got that wonderful blend of those colours there going in. So let's do a slightly larger scaled project. Grab this one here, and then let's take, we've got some big ones down here. Use one of these stencils, and I'm going to just add a little bit of spray to the back. There we go, and I'm just going to put it on like half of my page. Do the quick waft, got to do the waft before we work, so waft while we wait. And then position that in place, just like that. Okay, use some slightly different colours for this one. So we're going to push it down evenly. Remember, it's $17.98 for all 5 of these colours. And by the way, look at that price. It should be just under £45, and it's $17.98. It's a brilliant price. Also, these are incredibly easy for anybody to use. You do not need to have a previous painting experience to work with these, bear in mind. Right, okay, so some more colours. Let's play with some more. This one here is a beautiful shade of like a teal. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of that, prime that through. Look at that colour there. Isn't that just beautiful? Love this shade. So get the colour flowing, and then just take it straight to your project. So start in the middle. I'm going to work my way out with this, and because it's such a soft sponge as well, it just glides over the areas of the stencil so well. It doesn't catch on it. it's exactly what you want. Some sponges can be really frustrating. They almost like go into all these little loose fibre areas, whereas that, it just stays contained. And I'm going to go straight in with a yellow, which sounds a bit daft, I know, but we're going to mix them together to make a green. There we are, look at that. Now that green has been developed all the way around the edge, just like this. There we go. And then I'm going to use that blue again in the centre to push that back out. And now we've got that wonderful crossover. In fact, actually, if we then go in this one again there, we can create it so it sort of blends into one another again. So go back in with this, take a little bit of that off. There we go, like that, so it's a little bit more liquid. And add some more colour. You can work in the direction of the stencil too, which is nice. I'm going to make sure that sponge is completely covered in some paint. There we are. And just circulate and blend through. And this is one of those crafts that you can just sit and enjoy, have fun with. Doesn't create a lot of mess at all, if any. And then the stencils wash up really nicely afterwards. There we are. And then let's go in with that yellow again. And then take that all the way out to the edge. So it's now created like a bluey greeny colour in between the yellow. So I'm going to go back over that. And it completely and seamlessly just carries those colours over to one another. Look at that. Wow. Really nice shades. And it's fully intermixable, fully water-based too. There we are. Let's blend that through here. And just covering all of the areas. As well, let us know, are you doing anything for bonfire night? When is it? Is it 2 days? 2 days away? I think it is. I did hear a few fireworks going off. Is it Wednesday? We don't really usually do anything. Well, I like to, but I got used to us when we had a little dog. She hated them, so we used to stay in with her. But I've got a feeling it just gets bigger and bigger every year, and then it kind of carries on for weeks, doesn't it? And then you hear fireworks going off, I think, all the way up until Christmas every weekend. But let us know, are you going to like a local bonfire, getting a toffee apple, anything like that? Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Look at that blend there that's been created with those. Now that as a card front would be just exquisite. It would look so pretty. That's our watercolour card. Again, it dries really quickly and easily as well. If I just take a hairdryer to it here, we can dry that off and just allow it to really softly and gently dry. We don't even need to encourage it drying. It will dry relatively quick anyway. You can see there it's already dry. Look at that. But if you want to create seamless blends with stencils for a superior finish, then you've got to give it a go. You've got to try these. They are just amazing. They really are. But have fun with it, play with it. Or something you can also do as well is you can mix the actual cookie paints with aquastone varnish. So if I bring the varnish in here, just get another piece of paper just to show you how you can basically create your own like enamel. So let's use the back of this one. So let's take some of our, got some of our varnish. I'm going to use the gloss one for this. Oh, what I did with the smaller one. I'm using my small one at the moment before I open another big one. I dropped it on the floor and accidentally broke the lid. I know. So I was using a bit of masking tape to keep it nice and stop it drying out. So what I'm going to do is pour some of this out here. In fact, no, let's pour it onto this palette and you'll be able to see it. There we go. Put some of that there onto our mat. And then we're going to go in with, which colour should we use? Let's use, oh, tricky. Choices. I'm going to use some of the orange. Take some of the orange out. So we've got that with the aquastone. And then let's add, I know, right? We're going to add an orange mica powder to it too. So we're using the cookie paints. We're using aquastone. And also we're doing this on a messy mat too. We've got the messy mat and A3 on the show for you. It's only £10.85 for the A3. When I'm using the A4 for this, yours is going to be twice as big. There we go. So now we've got the mica powder, and then we're going to mix all of that together. So let's use a brush to do this. Let's have a look. Which one am I going to work with? I'll just use any just to mix it. No, that's not a very nice brush. I might use one of my special Royal Atlantical ones. There we go. So mix the colour in with that varnish, with that mica powder, and you're creating your own metallic inked glaze, which is beautiful. Okay, I might even add some gold into that. Should we add another metallic colour? Why not? Let's just do it. Let's add some gold. little bit of gold in there. There we go. Oh, look at that. This is going to look really fancy. This is what I've just thought we can use to paint on that resin tonight. That will look really nice. I'm excited about that now. There we go. Oh, pick up that little bit there. So now we've got that gloss with the ink, but with mica in it. So if I was to go onto black card, just to show you the metallic tone, you'll see here, oh wow, that, I struggle to see on maybe on camera, but look at the metallic that's inside that. That is beautiful. So you've got metallic, and that will dry like that, it will dry glossy. So you're going to have that ink inside the aquastone with the mica powder. Let's see what it looks like on the white card too. Oh yeah, I love that. That looks really nice. Let's get a nice flat brush. You don't see the brush strokes as much. There we are. Completely flatten that out. And that there is full pigmentation with mica powders and gloss. But look at how shiny it is, and you can see the gold coming through the orange as well. Yeah, you've got to give that a try. If you've not tried mica powders in your aquastone or inside your inks before, this is the opportunity to give it a go, to give it a try. I'm going to quickly just check the tablet though to see if we've got any more comments coming through. Oh, fabulous. Oh, great. Okay, I love it when we get comments in. Trace says, would you be able to spritz the messy matte and make a background? Yes, absolutely. Let's do it. Also as well, oh, Trace says, we've had fireworks going for weeks. Seems several celebrations use them this time of year. I don't buy, my cats aren't keen. I know that's the only thing. I always feel bad for all of the animals out there. It would be ideal if it was maybe just like big displays that could do them and not all houses, because then I guess it wouldn't affect everyone's pets. I know when we had our rabbit and guinea pigs, they used to have to come inside. I don't know if they were scared of them or not. I just thought they might be, because obviously they couldn't tell me. And they always just hide in the bed anyway. But yeah, I always do think of the animals. Anila says, and hi Anila, says, do we need to use a base paint before applying the iron coat? Or the metallics, please? No, you don't. It depends on what you're going onto. If you're going onto a really shiny, glossy surface, like a really high shine plastic, gesso it first, because it's going to give you better adhesion. And when you're using the iron effect, I'd always use black gesso, because it will, of course, stop any brighter areas coming through that paste. So I'd only gesso depending on the surface. So plastics, some varnished woods. If you were doing it on glass, base coat that first. But anything else that's matte, no, straight on, fine. Metallics, if they're hybrid, you don't need a primer, because they have got that hybrid property that grips to glass. So you could use a hybrid paint as a primer if you wanted to as well. But I always think when you're using one of your speciality paints as a primer, where it's supposed to be a showcasing paint. But it's entirely up to you. Sharon says, hi David, I've just ordered the iron paste. Can you apply it with a brush so that it's smooth, not textured? Yes, I'll show you that actually. Before we do anything else, let me show you what it looks like when it's smooth and not textured. Okay, so I've got here, and I'll also use it to antique with as well. We'll put this to one side because we'll come back to that. Look how much stuff I've created already. Wow. Right, so got quite the stuff building up. Let's hope this desk doesn't collapse. Would you imagine? I don't think it'd smarter would be the word I'd be shouting. It'd be something else. Right, so let's grab a flat brush and I'll show you what it looks like if you're not going to texture it, because absolutely yes you can. So with a brush, going straight in with the actual paint. See how smooth it is there? Back and forth. Full coverage coat on black cardstock. Just keep going back over to remove those brush strokes. And then I'll lift it up towards you, and then you can see, look at that paint. It's like you're using pure liquid metal. It's crazy stuff. It is a brilliant medium. And of course it does still have that flex. It's not cracking on the cardstock. So yes, you can use it neat. If you were then to go on to something, so for example, I've got this little cherub here. It literally is a little cherub. I'm going to show you what it looks like going on there with a brush. So I've just had it black already. So I'm not going to do full coverage on here like we just did with the card. But this is $12.99 by the way. If you've not got it, you will love this stuff. Please give it a go. So I'm going to start by just going all over the surface, again with that brush, almost dry brushing it. I'm going to let some of the areas of the black gesso stay just black gesso, and that allow for more depth and a bit more definition too. This now is going to look almost like it's made from metal. So keep going over with it like this, building up that colour. Going all over. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And again, when you're working with this, you're just completely relying on the quality of the paint. Like if you were to use certain paints for this, you just wouldn't get this texture, this finish. And look at that. I mean, wow. That's gone from black gesso to this. Still needs to do a little bit of work there on this, bring in a bit more of that colour. I wonder what it'd be like if we added a marker to this. Should we give it a go? Should we do it? Let's add a marker to it and see what we get. So I'm going to keep building it up around here. I've got it just in the palm of my hand at the moment, which is, well, an easier way to hold it, I guess. Keep brushing around all the way like this. And look at how beautiful that is. And look how striking it is as well. We've gone from black gesso, which, as an example, was like that, to this. So you can see how it really brings out all of that really high definition detail, but in a metal look and feel. If I was to grab a little bit of that mica powder, maybe not use the orange, that might not look the best, but let's use something like, oh, pearl might do something interesting. Or, see, this is the thing, as soon as I start looking at mica powders, it's like I'm in a jewellery shop and it's like you're just looking at nice sparkly things. So I'm going to put a little bit of mica powder out onto my palette here, and I'm going to use the same brush that I've used for this because it'll pick it up. Oh, okay, not done this before. So I'm dusting with the mica powder on top of the iron effect, pushing it around, and look what it's doing. It's adding like an antique colour to the iron effect. That looks really nice. Let's go in with a little bit more of that gold. Okay, a little bit more than I thought, but let's use it. Okay, and because this hasn't fully dried yet, that mica powder is going to stick. So it's kind of like we use the iron effect as a base, and it's carrying the mica but just in certain areas. So it really brings out a lot of the detail. I like this. This looks really nice. I've never done this before. See, it's techniques that you think about when you start working with the products, and that's where I find if your creativity comes to you when you're working with a product, you know you've got a good product because it's actually inspiring you, and that's the difference. Now look at that. That's now added all of that metallic, but that touch of gold to this too, which I think does look beautiful. You can see I've only done it in areas, little touches, to bring out that authenticity of something like this. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm having a wonderful time, sat here crafting, having fun, having a sip of my water if I've not put paint in it. Let's see if we have any more comments come through as well. I feel like I had another idea then, but I now thought about that powder. Oh, Kathleen says, Screen Sensation coming back, yoo-hoo! I know, how amazing would that be? Be absolutely brilliant. Really excited about that. Oh, so Karen Halbert says, I asked because I had other makes of paint I had to throw away, even though they were stored correctly, and it was well over £500 in value. None of it was Cadence. Wow, I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, it's painful, isn't it, having to get rid of things like that. Obviously, along the way, sometimes these things happen, but that's scary, having to think. And I don't like chucking anything away, as you can probably tell. But yeah, it's never fun. Oh, Daphne says, did you miss any of your samples, David, that had a retouch? I'm guessing a few projects got used in a few of the demos then. I'll be looking forward to seeing the odd colour here and there splashed on a few different things. Kathleen says, fabulous team, good to see you back, David. Oh, it's great to be back as well. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Thank you as well for joining us. Teresa says, would you be able to spritz the messy mat and make a background? That's the one I was going to do. Thank you. So, spritzing the background. I think I've got a little spritz bottle here, which I don't know what's in there. But I'm going to empty it out. I don't know what that was. I'm going to fill it with some water. Let's just use my drinking water because I know that that's clean. There we are. So put a bit of water inside there. And then, let's just do it. I'm going to see if this works. It doesn't. My spritz bottle has dried up. Never mind. Oh! What am I doing? Perfect. Let's go. Right, so paint palette is here. Spritz this all onto those colours. And watch, let's see it all move. I'm going to put a little bit more in as well. Also, the bundle of all of the matte metallics is now at 50% of that gone. That's absolutely flying. So 50% of the stock of that has now disappeared. So please get that if you're wanting it. I don't want anyone to miss out. Let's put a little bit more of the red here and there. I'm going to do something completely, not rogue, but just different here. Look at how it's bleeding with all of those that water on there now. So, put some bits to one side so we can clear the decks a little bit. And we're going to grab some of our watercolour card, okay? I'm going to use another piece. See, I've got overexcited and got it everywhere. There we are, my paint pad's just here with all of my paper. Take some watercolour card. Using a special pad for this. Why not? Okay, so with it being on the top of here now, we want to merge some of these colours together. There's a few ways we can do that. Because there's water sat on the top, we could move it all around. You can see how the water's travelling a little bit like an acrylic pour, which does look really nice. It looks wonderful when you merge it like that. Or you can use a mop brush. Now I've got an old one here, and that'll just allow me to disperse some of the colour out, like this. Not muddying it at all, just trying to blend some of those colours into one another a little bit. I think we need a bit more blue, so let's add a bit of a deeper blue, just up there, like that, nice and juicy. A little bit more water, and let's see what we get, shall we? So at first you might be thinking, what is that? And then we're going to go straight in with our card and really smooth that over. Okay, you could use something like a scraper as well to really push it. And then I've got a bit of the ink coming through, so I'm just going to then push it that way as well. And then, oh, look at that. That looks really nice. So we've actually created a print from the inks in there. That then die cut or matte and laid for a card would look really nice. I just sometimes love seeing the way colour moves, how it reacts. And you've got a perfect impression there of that colour. You can see even from the little sort of ripple of that ink there has then been mirrored onto this. And it's tricky sometimes to make inky backgrounds on papers. I sometimes struggle with thinking where to put what, but just on a messy art there, it takes all of that away from you. If I turn it round and pick up from, let's have a look, this area now, I don't know what we'll get, but I'm just going to do it. Just on the same piece, and peel that away. Look at that now. That orange from here is now up there, so we've mixed it around. So have fun with it, play with it, do different things with it. That's what it's there for, and that's what it's there to do. So this, I'm going to pop that to dry, just on the corner over here. Right, okie dokie. What I'm going to do is quickly run through some more details of some of the items for you, because we've got really busy on quite a few of them now, and then I'll come back with whatever time we've got left and do some more fun stuff, because that's what we're doing. Oh, look at this, how it's dried. So the angel, the fairy here that we screen printed with those matte metallic pastes has dried, and does not that look absolutely beautiful? Looks fabulous, doesn't it? So think about doing this on walls. Right, let's go over and have a little look at it all, shall we? I'll take you all with me. Right, see you over there. Oh dear, that sounded nice. Let's go and have a look. Now, I've got for you here all of the items on the counter, and we'll go through the stencils because we've not gone through all of those in great detail for you, so we get to do that during this part of the show. The cookie paints. Been really busy during this hour. They've been a really busy paint since we launched them, but since we've had them on this price today, I think everyone's gone, yeah, I'll have a set of them. This here for you is a set of 5. The top one is Shop Fresh. Fresh yellow, fresh orange, fresh green, blue, and then of course you've got the deep dark black inside there as well. But they're really fresh, zesty colours to all collaborate and work alongside one another. Now for the set of 5, it should be £45, well, £44.95, so 5 pence shy of 45 quid. Absolute brilliant deal there, because it's down to £17.98. You're paying pounds per bottle. It is a brilliant price. 100% would recommend going for this one. Also the second bundle, and you saw me just using these as well to create that inky background. Shop colour, £17.98 for this selection. Inside here you've got your purple, you've got your red, like a mint teal green, you also have the navy blue, and then a warm orange / yellow inside there as well. A bit of a mixture for you, but again, another wonderful palette to craft with. £17.98, great price. Same price for both of these. You could shop for them together and still get a great deal and take advantage of free postage, even if you pop maybe some cut and use foam or something like that in there. Lots to explore. So Shop Colour or Shop Fresh for your kooky paints. They're a water-based paint as well. If any of you are actually wondering what it is, sponge applicator tip inside here. Comes of course clean upon delivery, but then you start to prime it and let the ink flow through And then it means you never have to pick up paint from anywhere else. It's directly in the applicator itself. So it's in the applicator, it's in the bottle, you use it on the surface and continue to spread and formulate a beautiful piece of art. But because they're water-based and washable, they're great for kids as well. Now, what I'm going to say is the star of the show, and is the star of the show, is this. These are your matte metallic pastes. Now, your matte metallic pastes come to you as a fun bundle. It is a fun bundle, but it's also a full bundle. It's a full bundle of these together. It's £44.99. Don't ask me how the team have put this together, nor do I want to ask, because that is just ridiculous. I would have thought it may have been down to like 70 odd pounds, but no, even less. It's under £45 for all of these paints. Now, the 250 mils, which means you're getting, bear with me, 1.5 litres of this paint. 1.5 litres of this is coming to you today for under £45. That's ridiculous. Club discount on that, free postage and points. You're going to get inside here the first 3 colours, your copper, gold and your silver. You're going to get all 3 of them. You're also going to get all 3 of these. You've got the sapphire maroon and the antique purple. Now, all of those colours, you can get them in 2 sets of 3. So you can go for your top one and your bottom one, but if we just flash you the details of the bundles of 3 on their own, you can see the saving. Now, £34.99 will get you the Imperium set, which is these 3 here. Now, if you go for those, great. You've paid £34.99 from what is, well, just over £50, right? But pay an extra tenner and get 3 more. Why would you not go for the bundle? You'd absolutely pay an extra £10 and get another 3 of these. They're worth more than £10 on their own individually. So, yeah, irresistible prices against the Cadence items today on the show. Don't forget to check out your baskets though. You absolutely, if you've been shopping for this, need to get your baskets checked out. So there's orders placed, checked out to make sure it's yours. We've now reached a point where it's now 50% of the allocations of this is the paste. It's absolutely flying. So thank you so much for shopping with us today. Great shout. So we're going to have a look at the patinas too. So your patina sprays are these ones here. Now the patina sprays come as a bundle for you. You do need both to create the effects that I'm going to share with you. So if I grab this gentleman here, there we are. Don't worry, I'm talking about this. So if we work with this as an example, this has been utilised with both the rusty brown and the light green colour. Well, it's like a light blue / light green that you get here. If you give it, you can see inside the bottle, you've got almost like particles. I don't know if you can see them. Give it a good shake. It fully mixes it all. Now what you want to do is you're going to need gold leaf. It doesn't have to be real gold, it's imitation, just gilding flake. It could be copper, it could be red, green, blue, all sorts of colours really. Gild the project. I used gold for this one with a bit of copper, so I get a bit of variation. I wanted it to kind of have that same appearance as oxidised copper like the Statue of Liberty, okay? So once it's all been gilded in your metal flake, start to spray it with either the light brown or the light green first, whichever colour you want to see more prominence. I wanted more of a blue-greeny colour to be in this one, so I started with this shade. Spritzed it all over, then went in with the rusty brown, and spritzed into all of these areas, and you can see how it just trickles and comes down into all these fine little lines, and that's what this does. But then once you've sprayed the both of those, you do get 2 bottles of the activator, okay? Now your activator, you then spray all over the project, regardless of what colours you've used, just use the activator. You get, of course, 2 bottles, you get 1 with each colour. Spritz it all over, and the second you start to do that, it will begin to oxidise. That oxidisation starts to take place. It starts to go cloudy, and then it'll go green with the rusted brown elements. So it works well on plant pots. We always want, you know, all of that sort of older look, the vintage look, but we don't want to have to wait all those years for those appearances to take place. Do it in minutes, do it in a few hours with these Cadence mediums. Now, when you're working with this, you need to make sure you're wearing some eye protection, some gloves, and ideally a face mask as well, because it is a, well, it's a medium that is designed to be reactive. If you get it on your skin, you just wash it off. It doesn't irritate you or anything like that, but it's just designed, of course, to have a development process, so you want to make sure you're doing it in a nice contained area. But £24.99 for that is a ridiculous deal. It's one of the latest releases from Cadence. It came out this year. It's one of our top products for 2025 from Cadence, and we love it to bits. So that one there for you is Shop Patina, if you want to go for those. We do have the aqua stones on the show. I showed you how you can mix these with your inks, your mica powders, and you can use it as a glaze for making sure you encapsulate all of your creations together, whether it's decorative painting, decoupage, rice paper, anything like that. If you want to seal it, make it waterproof, you're going to need the aqua stones. Now we've got it for you in a matte and a gloss. They come separately to you. So the one that is your gloss here is £39.99. It's shop gloss for this. It's a clear medium. It self-levels on the surface, whether you use a sponge or a brush. It will self-level perfectly, giving you like an enamelled glaze. You get tons inside here. You can use it with resin too. You can use it to gloss or varnish resin. Works really well for that. But you can mix your micas, your inks, your paints, metallics, all those other things with it to create a gloss or a glass paint, which is fabulous. Now that's the gloss one. We do also have it for you in the matte as well. The matte here is Shop Matte without an E on the end. It's $39.99. 500 mils of this same process. Now we say it's a matte varnish. It's not completely matte like matte emulsion. It's not chalky or powdery when it's dry. It just means it's not a high reflection, which is what you want. Okay, that there for you. Now the messy matte, mentioned this earlier, I cut mine down to all different sizes. If you want to keep it the same size as your craft matte or your glass matte, you're going to want to, of course, keep it A3. Wipe clean, easy use. We used it as a printmaking tool. Think of how much a jelly plate costs you. You could have an A3 printing mat there. Shop Messy, £10.85 for the A3. Messy mat. Right, okay, so we're going to talk stencils. Okay, I'm just going to pop that out of the way. Let's go through all of these because we've not yet showed them all in detail. Now we've got this set here, which are your larger rectangle Halloween ones. Now these look great. Look at this. So we've got the trick or treat with the ghosts. That is fabulous. These are so fun. Think about the kids using it. Think about maybe you're just going to use the ghosts with your airbrush, with your edible inks onto cakes. How good would that be? That'd be amazing. Now this is shop treat to go for these. $9.99 was $11.99. The second one in the collection here for you, I think is great. So you've got your welcome sign, but it actually has the skull inside it as well with that detailing on. That one comes in the collection. You then also, as well, here have for you, and look at that, Home Sweet Spooky. I think that is really cool. Imagine having this on a sign on the front door. That would look brilliant. Or you could just use it without the top bit. You could just have it as home if you wanted to. It could be Home Sweet Home, or Spooky Home, anything like that. You could use it for. And then as well, we have got Happy Halloween, of course we have. As well, let us know, did you do anything for Halloween? I missed it. Well, I was obviously away, and the country that I was in Lanzarote, where we were, they did have quite a bit going on, some of the kids. And when we were in a restaurant in the evening, a few of them came into the restaurant trick-or-treating to the waiters, which was quite cute. It was very nice. It was really, really quiet, but yeah. Let us know if you did anything for Halloween. Have you done anything with the grandkids? Have they been over carving pumpkins? Not carved a pumpkin this year. Amber, have you done one?
I didn't do one there.
What?
No.
You didn't do one?
No.
What?
I can't find a big one because I'm going to do ET.
You were going to do ET?
Yeah.
Really?
But I couldn't find a big enough one.
You couldn't find a big enough pumpkin. That's a poor excuse. Ethan, did you carve a pumpkin? Did anybody carve a pumpkin? I feel like we've all... Oh, wow. Okay, well, never mind. Let us know if you carved a pumpkin. If you did, please put it on the Highlight Your Creativity page. I love seeing people's pumpkins. Anyway, I'll show you the next stencil set for you there. So the next one we've got for you is another spooky one. Now, this one here for you has... Oh, look at this. So in here you have got the witch with the cauldron bubbling away with the ghosts coming out of it. This one's shop treat. It's $9.99. You've also... Oh, sorry. My bad. There we go. I'm going to show you the next stencil in here, though, because that does have a pumpkin on it. Trick or treat. It is fabulous. Look at the detail inside here. That's the... Nope, not that one. Another one. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yay, there we are. Shop party. Better than $9.99. It's $7.99. Got these two, and then the next two for you. Then comes your really detailed skull there with the ghosts coming out of it. Halloween party this way, and then you have got the tree with the pumpkins on it and the bats. These are great, even for the kids to use. They're going to be fabulous. Maybe even on napkins. Halloween table runner, tablecloth, that sort of stuff. Use the stencils for that. The next set we're going to share with you, I'm going to grab this one here. This one, look at that big web there with this. That looks so good. I love this stencil. Imagine that embossed through your die cutting machine, then with some gilding wax over black card. That would look fabulous. You've got to give that one a go. You then also as well in here have, it's October, a little witch's sign underneath. So you could use it just for autumn, doesn't have to be just for Halloween. And then we do have for you as well another one that says Happy Halloween in the pumpkin with all of the spooky webs and branches going around. And then we do have for you a nice little fun one that says, Hey Boo. I think that's really cute. Love that. You could also use these as well with your hybrids on t-shirts and things. That'd be really cute, wouldn't it? Little Halloween decorations on your t-shirts. And then the next set for you, we've not had a look at these ones yet. Look at those. Aren't these cool? So I'm going to put it the right way around for you. It's all just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. That is a cool stencil. I like this one. So you can see you've got like the Sanderson sisters there, which I think is Winifred, and I forgot the other ones. So you've got the Sanderson sisters. There you go. If anyone knows the full 3 names of the Sanderson sisters, please let me know. Oh, do you know what? I've not watched Hocus Pocus this Halloween. I might watch it tonight when I get home. That's what I could do. Right, okay, trick or treat as well we have for you there. And along with those, we do also have this little, that one's really cute, spooky season, I like that one. And then we have for you the big one, that is October 31st, and that's made out of a cat. That's really cute. Love these stencils, aren't these great? Oh, I'm gutted I missed these, but I'm glad we've still got them, so you can still get hold of them. That's those, and then we have got for you, well, complete contrast from the Halloween. We're going to show you some Christmas. We've got our Jingle and Twinkle, okay? So, we have here for you, look at the elf footprints. These are fabulous. Now, we have got a selection here. This is Shop Jingle for all 4 of the stencils. Look at that. You've got the elf here with the candy cane. You've got the little elf legs. You've got him there pulling presents out of the boxes. I'm back. If you do Elf on the Shelf, this is what you need to be using. You could be stenciling these on all sorts of things. These footprints, use them just to sprinkle a little bit of flour through if it's going to be on the carpet or the floor and the kids come down and see the elf's been again. What mischief has he been up to? I know it's a whole saga over December of everybody doing the Elf on the Shelf. It's a massive trend and it gets bigger, bigger, bigger every year. So definitely give that a go. So you're going to get 4 of those there for $9.99. Shop Jingle for them. Great set of stencils is that. Also great for the kids to use, especially because I know that all the kids love this Elf on the Shelf, don't they? We've then got for you another set, okay? Look at all of these. More elves in here causing mischief, up to stuff, up to no good. We've also got sentiments inside here too. I also love the idea of a silhouette stencil, because with your sentiments, even as a silhouette and a design, Ethan's laughing at me. Why are you laughing?
I think you've got 2 of the same set.
Have I got 2 of the same set?
Yeah.
I have. I've not even noticed. That's 2 of the same set, everybody. I just noticed it because I looked at the tree and I was looking at a different one. We'll show you the details of it on your screen. Is it definitely Ethan?
No, because your one had a gingerbread man.
Let's have another look. So I've got this one, that one. This is going to get fun, isn't it? Right, okay. So let's have a look here.
Now look at this one.
Oh yeah, his feet there are the same. I did think when I did see one of them, I thought, that looks familiar. Oh. Oh no, they're different.
They get different feet.
So the feet are different. The feet are slightly different in either one. My bad. The feet are different, but these are different designs. You go for either one of those, Shop Twinkle or Shop Jingle, and we'll get you those stencils. Also going to round upon the affirmations for you because they've been popular, because of course they're what we were working with earlier with our blending paints. So let's have a look at these. We have got 2 sets. We only shared with you one earlier. Now these are fabulous. Look at all of these inside here. Different affirmations for card fronts, for home decor, for striking crafts, for lots of different things to craft with. You've got all of the options in here. You're going to get 7 per kit. A 5x5 inside. Now just to read a few there, you've got make it happen, keep moving forward, never give up, stay positive, work pays off, dream big, anything is possible. And also as well, you do have for you there as well your perseverance leads to victory. Wonderful selection of stencils there. Great if you're going to be giving someone an inspirational quote, or maybe sometimes you just need a bit of a pick-me-up. They're nice to have displayed in and around your home, maybe on a nice plaque on the wall, maybe something you pass on a daily basis. That one there for you, shot positive. Now the next set for you for 5 stencil. 1 minute. I've got 1 minute to quickly go through these for you. You've got all of these on here. I'll just pop them out whilst you're having a little look and a read of these. You've got all of those there to work with. And again, 7 of them, 5 for 5, £9.99. Should be £12.99 for those. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting involved. I'm just going to quickly read some comments. Oh, Julie says Snoop looked lovely in his pumpkin outfit. I've heard all about it. Oh, yeah, we're going to draw a winner as well. It was a palm tree that I drew. But yeah, thank you so much for taking part. If you did type palm tree, the winner is Hayley Bailey. Congratulations, Hayley. You have won. Is it 200 points? I thought it was 200 points. Wanted to double check. 200 points, Hayley, you have won. Congratulations. You'll receive a message from us on how to get those points added to your account. Don't go anywhere, though. I do hear that Mel and Stephanie are coming up next with a fabulous sticker show, which I believe had a luxury name given to it that's even more luxury. Super Lux. So please don't go anywhere. Stay with us for that show, and of course have a wonderful afternoon. I will see you this evening, however, with a resin show. I'm going to go and have something to eat, and I'll see you later on. Check out those baskets. See you shortly.